Here we are in the great state of Missouri. I'm TNT Kenny G, promoter and owner of High Voltage Wrestling. And the leaves are changing outside, and when I think about change, a few things come to mind. Number one, I remember when the NWA was down there in Tampa at the Armory, and I used to skip school in Ocala and ride a bus down to see the greats like Dusty Rhodes, the Masked Assassin, Hiro Matsuda, Bob Roop, Kevin Sullivan, the Briscoes, and NWA meant something. And it meant something to me. Because later in life, I became a wrestler, I became a performer, manager, and I also performed at that building, the Armory in Tampa. Now, as we talk about change, we need to talk about the past. We need to talk about the present. We need to talk about the future. And one of those things that come to mind is the NWA World Junior Heavyweight title. Alright, you know, there's a guy out there, Craig Classic. I don't know you personally, but I've been kind of following your shtick. You know, who in the world holds up a belt and says, I'm the real champion, when they relinquish the title? When their buddy is the one that got himself in trouble and got himself in a jam. Hey, if Johnny jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? That's what you got to ask yourself, Craig. I'm not here to put you down. We're here to earmark what you've done wrong in this business, but I know what you haven't done right. No one has taught you what R-E-S-P-E-C-T means. Alright? And number three, there's a guy that I know, and yeah, some people might say, hey, that's his buddy. Yeah, his name is the Tokyo Monster Kahagas, and he may be my buddy, but you know what? We've had our ups, we've had our downs, and we've not always seen eye to eye. But there is one thing that I know for sure, that man can take a show and get the concept over, not himself over. He is a true champion. He's been around the world. He goes to Panama. He goes to the Dominican Republic. Christ, he may even go to your mama's house and take a title from her. But you know what? He's got a lot of people on the internet that say, oh, you should do this and you should do that. But you know what? They're right. NWA, you know what you need? You need that spark of fire. You need the past, you need the present, you need the future. And if you look at yourself in the mirror and can say that people like Craig Classic and curtain jerkers like that are the ones that need to be carrying your title, why don't you put it on somebody that's international, that goes worldwide, that takes it to it every time. And there isn't a person, when they leave that show, that doesn't say, man, Kahagas, man, he was wide open. He had that shit going. And you know what? Those people bring two people back. And those two people bring two people back. And that's how you build a house, and that's how you build a crowd. And you know what? Go ahead and put Kahagas in that junior heavyweight tournament on October 7th, and you'll put asses in the seats. Because that's what it's all about, in all reality. So, I'm TNT Kenny G, and that's just my personal opinion. You know? And like I said, Craig, if Jimmy jumped off a bridge, would you do it too?